Wordpower is a unique vocabulary design that can be added to many different popular augmentative communication devices. It gives the user a fast and effective language system, yet it is easy to learn. The secret to wordpower's efficiency for communication is the combination of three important elements. First, quick access to core vocabulary. Core vocabulary refers to those top 100 words that account for about 50% of the words we use every day.
Want that. Do you have to go to work? I like to drink chocolate milk.
Second, an on-screen keyboard, making it easy for the user to type those words that just have to be spelled out, like maybe someone's name or the name of a restaurant. Third, enhanced word prediction, meaning special features in addition to the word prediction provided by the software that is pre-programmed in the device. Let's see how this works. One way is by the use of word predictor keys. When a user types a letter on the on-screen keyboard, wordpower provides 4 to 6 additional high-frequency words that begin with that letter. Notice the words that appear when the user chooses the letter L. Another aspect of word prediction is word completion and logical next words. For example, if the user chooses the letter A, words that would logically follow A appear. Or maybe when I chose the letter A, I wanted to say about. So that word is completed. Here are some more logical next words for A. Another aspect of word completion is verb conjugation. When a user chooses a verb, the morphological endings appear, making it easy for the user to use the correct verb form in a sentence. And this works even in the case of irregular verbs. Another way wordpower has been designed to optimize communication is by the use of direct links to related categories. Like when a user chooses the word feel, feelings appear, or when the user chooses the word eat, the food categories appear. I'm going to add a smart period to the end of my sentence. It's called a smart period because it speaks the sentence and closes the page. It also adds a space and automatically makes the next word start with an uppercase letter. Let's see how all these elements work together. Here the user is using core vocabulary. Here spelling someone's name. Here using logical next words. Now that you're acquainted with the basic features, we'd like to take a few moments to explain why you might consider wordpower for either yourself, your child, or your client. The number one reason is intuitive design. This is important because, of course, we want any system we choose to be easy for the user to learn, but we must also consider how easy the system is for the communication partners to learn. A key component of good language instruction is good modeling. The more we as communication partners can model with the device what we want the child to do, the more likely it is that the child will be successful. So the language system must be easy to understand for the teachers family members, and peers who may not have specialized expertise in language instruction, but who may spend the most amount of time interacting with the child in naturally occurring communication opportunities. Reason number 2, room to grow. Let's say you're thinking of a child who is just at the emergent literacy level and may initially need picture support. The child can start out using picture word power with fewer cells, then, as his literacy level improves and his vocabulary increases, instead of having to learn a whole new system, he can move up to a higher level of word power, perhaps with the on-screen keyboard. But the format will still look familiar to him because as the user moves from one vocabulary to the next in word power, the language organization stays essentially the same. Great care has been taken to keep the basic elements in the same area of the screen, such as pronouns, helping verbs, core verbs, and prepositions, conjunctions, and articles. This eliminates the time-consuming work of learning a completely new system of language organization as the user becomes a more competent communicator. The third reason to consider word power is that it provides a framework for literacy. This is important because we know that literacy is the key to communicative success. Word power supports literacy, first of all, at a very basic level, when the child sees the word, selects the word, and hears the word.
Think, see, say.
But word power doesn't just display words on the screen. It provides a model for how words are put together when we use written language to communicate. For example, suppose I want to start a sentence with the words I am, but we don't say I am see, I am eat, I am feel. Notice how word power automatically changes the verbs to the proper form when I select the word am. Now I can say feeling instead of feel, and selecting the word feeling takes me to the feelings category. Another example, if I were to start my sentence with the word he, I go to people to find my other pronouns. When I select had, the verbs change automatically again to the proper form. When I select out, I see another example of word completion. When I select play, it takes me to the related categories of toys and sports. This type of functionality is built into word power at many different levels so that users can produce generative, grammatically correct language with the least amount of keystrokes. This is helpful for both users who struggle with language and need a model, as well as those who have a good grasp of language concepts but who may have motor challenges. A fourth reason to consider word power is computer access. Many people who use augmentative communication devices are physically unable to use a regular keyboard and mouse, and for these people, computer access is a critical component of word power. Word power facilitates computer access for both direct selectors and scanners. It allows them to generate text and control computer functions through the device via Bluetooth and cable, as well as internal computer access for integrated devices. Here's one example. These keys move the cursor to the general area on the screen needed. Then these keys, using the continuous mouse moves feature, move the cursor to the precise location I need. Then I can left-click, right-click, or double-click on the desired item. With this key, I can access items on my Start menu, and this key allows me to go to my favorite websites. These keys allow me to move backwards and forwards in my browser, and this key closes a web page. Here's an example of a computer access page in wordpower that has been optimized for scanners. Down here are the mouse functions. Here you have your on-screen scanning keyboard. And over here you have other keys that allow a user to navigate the internet or other computer programs. Thank you for taking the time to learn about wordpower. For more information, visit the website of Nancy Inman, the author of wordpower. It is www.inmaninnovations.com.